Hey everyone, we're starting off our next Abbott and Costello double feature, and here we have the 1941 comedy In the Navy, also starring Dick Powell. Now, after one of his shows, popular singer Russ Raymond, Dick Powell, disappears, leading to a nationwide search by his fans and the press. Now, reporter Dorothy Roberts, Claire Dodd, finds him and discovers he plans to enlist in the Navy under his real name, Tommy Halstead. However, she is unable to prove it, and tries to find ways to get pictures of Tommy. Meanwhile, Tommy's new Navy buddies, Smokey Adams, Bud Abbott, and Pomeroy Watson, Lou Costello, are having troubles of their own. Pomeroy is in love with Patty Andrews, one of the Andrews sisters, but she doesn't like him as well. Now, at the nightclub where the Andrews sisters are performing, the three men get into a brawl, and as a result, are transferred to an active battleship. Now, Dorothy sneaks aboard the ship and ends up stuck with them as the ship takes off for Hawaii. Now, upon arriving, she gets her picture proof of Tommy, and so the ship is soon besieged with Russ Raymond fans, while Tommy figures out how to escape his new predicament. Now, while it was Abbott and Costello's third film to be released to theaters, In the Navy was actually the fourth one they filmed. They'd already done Hold That Ghost, but the success of Buck Privates led to the studio going for another service picture. Abbott and Costello were joined again by the Andrews sisters, who were given a little more to do here in this movie, other than doing patriotic and boogie-woogie style tunes, since Lou's character was attempting to romance Patty Andrews. Now, the main problem that they encountered in finishing this movie was getting the U.S. Navy's approval on it. The Navy originally objected to a sequence involving Lou pretending to be the ship's captain, as he gave orders to the ship's crew for different maneuvers. So, the filmmakers decided to make that a dream sequence by adding in a bit of extra footage, and they got the Navy's approval. Now, for me, In the Navy has been one of my go-to films amongst the Abbott and Costello filmography. Obviously, it's still a lot of fun with the boys doing more of their comedy routines, which here include The Lemon Bit, 7 times 13 equals 28, and Sons of Neptune. And for all three of those, they're joined by former and future stooge, Shem Howard. Now, any of those comedy routines are definitely guaranteed to have me rolling around in fits of laughter, easily making this movie well worth it. Now, while the Andrews sisters only have one memorable tune, well, for me anyways, with Gimme Some Skin, My Friend, I also can't help but enjoy the song We're in the Navy, which is sung first by Dick Powell and then sung again with the Andrews sisters to end the movie. I guarantee every time I watch the movie, that song gets stuck in my head. But I'm not complaining. Now, I'll admit the romance between Dick Powell and Claire Dodd's characters isn't one of the film's strengths, but the rest of the movie is well worth it. I know this was a successful movie, as it certainly had its copycats. Quite frankly, I'd swear that the 1944 Bing Crosby movie Here Comes the Waves is quite similar, with the crooner wanting to be in the Navy and get away from his fans. But this is a very fun movie here with In the Navy, and one I have no trouble whatsoever in recommending. This movie is available on Blu-ray from Shout Factory as part of the 28 film The Complete Abbott and Costello Universal Pictures Collection, and is 1 hour and 26 minutes in length. Well, that's all I have to say on this one, everybody, so thanks for listening, and I hope you'll keep tuning in for more.